Hey guys, so Amazon Merch recently did tier downs. Now, if you're not familiar with Amazon Merch, it's Amazon's own print-on-demand program. It's they call it invite only, but really you have to apply to get in. It's not easy to get in. It used to be easier than it is today. For anybody that's been in the program, you're familiar with the fact that they have a tier system. The tiers represent how many products you can upload based on your tier. Well, it used to be products. They switched it a couple years back from the number of products you can have uploaded to the number of designs you can have uploaded. The reason for that distinction is because I can take one design and push it to 14 different products that they offer in their catalog, right? So one design becomes 14 products. Then the math gets even more complicated because they have 7 markets in total around the world. So the US market plus 6 international markets that you can publish to. And yeah, you see it gets a little bit more complicated, but this isn't meant to be a tutorial video on Amazon Merch. It's meant to talk about those pesky tier downs. Normally we talk about as you are successful with Amazon Merch, you go from tier 10 where you start to tier 25 to tier 100 to tier 500, meaning you can continually upload more designs to more products and typically make more money. But recently they did their first round of tier downs. All right. And I don't know about you, but I am not excited about the prospect of being tiered down because I believe in the correlation of number of products you have live on Amazon for sale to the amount of money you make. That being said, though, I will say, because I've been at this for over 8 years now, I do feel like, and I know I'm not the only person that believes this, because we've seen plenty of proof of it, is that there's almost like an algorithmic soft cap on how much money you make that feels like it's based on either your tier or the number of products you have for sale. Meaning like I've networked with other really high tier sellers. Typically you would probably think like tier equals success. You know what I mean? Because you only get to a high tier if you're successful in the Amazon Merch program. And I know other high tier sellers too that have felt like they've run into the same soft cap that I personally have experienced on my high tier account. That being said, you can beat the soft cap and outperform it using ads. Okay. Anyways, long-winded way of saying recently there was tier downs. Okay, my account was tier 200,000. I picked a bad time to clear up 80,000 upload slots from my account because, well, now I'm tier 120,000, right? I should have just left all of my slots filled and I would still be in tier 200,000, but I am in tier 120,000 now with all of my slots filled. My wife's account is tier 20,000 now with all of her slots filled. I know plenty of other people that got tiered down. And honestly, like there's 2 ways of seeing it, right? The first way is to think like, oh, I'm under attack. You know, Amazon's coming for me. The other side of it, based on all the people I've interfaced with, is that I don't think a lot of people used all their upload slots. You know what I mean? I don't think they were being used. Because if you think about it, tier downs only affected you if you didn't use your slots. If you used them, you didn't get tiered down. Does that make sense? So I don't want to overreact to this. Like I did in fact use all the upload slots they gave me, but then I deleted a bunch of products that hadn't sold thinking, oh, I'm going to fill these upload slots with new designs. And then before I could do that, I got the tier down. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not complaining. I have plenty of upload slots and I can continue to work backwards and then fill those slots. Amazon Merch used to delete your products after 90 days if it hadn't sold. And then they extended that out to 180 days. Then they doubled that to 360 days. And then they stopped enforcing it altogether. Now, if I remember correctly, in the update that kind of hinted at the tier downs, they said they're going to restart the deleting products. So let's pull this up real quick. Did they say how many days? Was it like 180 or something? Remove products that haven't sold in a while. To start, we'll keep products live if they've received at least 1 order in the trailing 18 months. Damn, that would suck if it's like, well, I mean, 18 months, that's still a really long time. But generally speaking, like if a product has sold, it's usually good advice if it's just me talking to other sellers to not delete products that have sold, that have a BSR. You know what I mean? That the algorithm has seen someone go to Amazon.com, type into the search bar what they're looking for, click your product and purchase it. That's a strong signal. And you know, not every product is a bestseller. Some products sell once a year. I know that may seem ridiculous, but like those sales still count. They still add up. You know what I mean? The whole thing with the tier downs is that it's gonna create, in my mind, this is just my personal opinion. Thank you for watching this video and for hearing me out. I think it's going to create a lot of, let me change the order of these slides. I think it's going to create a lot of people looking at the exact same niches. Like, I don't think this places additional emphasis on quality of designs or on research. I don't. You know what I mean? You should have been posting high quality, well-researched designs anyways before teardowns, right? What it's going to do though is like, here's an example, right? This illustrates where my mind was at. Have you guys ever seen like bumper stickers or heard of the like phrase, the niche, "I break for turtles"? Like, you know, I've seen it on cars and I've seen it on t-shirts, etc. Okay. If you type in "I break for" on Amazon and then you look at the autocomplete, look at what you get. The first 3 results are for turtles. So if you reduce the number of upload slots people have, what you're going to do is all the sellers are going to see this right here and say, okay, it's clear. The strongest signal is "I break for turtles." And they're going to cut it off right there. But look at the data. There is other things that people type into the search bar that are not turtles that they, you know, I didn't go as far as to like look at BSRs to validate that they purchased the stuff, but typically the intent implies, or the typing into the search bar implies intent to purchase, right? Because it is on Amazon. It's a e-commerce website. You go there to buy things, okay? So you're going to get a bunch of people that say, "I break for turtles," stop, because they're out of upload slots. What about all the people that "I break for ducks"? "I break for tacos." "I break for dogs." "I break for squirrels." "I break for snakes." Okay? Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's going to create a lot more concentration on just the high end. And if you ask me, this is just going to perpetuate what people in print on demand already, I'm not saying complain about. I don't want to like harp on a negative aspect of this business, but typically if you see negative comments, what are people talking about? Oh, it's too saturated, right? That's like the number one, wouldn't you say? And this is just going to perpetuate it because people have way less inclination to go further down where there is less demand. And typically less demand correlates to less competition. Anyways, you guys get the point. So I wanted to share that. I don't think this is necessarily a good thing. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Anybody who thinks it's like fighting spam, it's not at all. Like, it's not at all whatsoever. If you've ever done research like on Amazon in a print on demand product in the last couple years, like, let me know what you saw. I mean, because let's just be honest with each other for a second. The amount of Chinese sellers selling not through Amazon Merch, but through Seller Central and using flat file uploads, okay, not using the Printful and Printify integration where you can't just spam it with products. They're doing like flat file uploads. If you see like, I don't know. If you guys haven't seen it, do you want to hear? I mean, I guess I can go and talk about it, right? And I'm acting as if we're doing a live video here. They'll see like 1 or 2 sales take place on the Merch Dominator newest tab. And just in case it becomes a trend, they will post like, no joke, 50 different designs in that niche on FBM sometimes. Okay. Now, granted, it ships from China, so there's a lot of delays. It's not that we can't compete with these products. Plus, not all the designs are that great. Typically, they're like templated. But yeah, the people doing the spamming are not Amazon Merch sellers like me. You know what I mean? And I mean, if you're saying like, "Oh, Ryan, why are you going after Chinese sellers?" It's because you can see where they are. You can see by clicking the seller profile on Amazon. And yeah, I'm just saying it's not a new phenomenon and it's not uncommon. It is quite common and it doesn't deter me. Like, my sales are still doing just fine, but I'm just saying it's prevalent and they're the ones spamming, okay? Because they'll do it on potential, like brand new, potentially emerging trends that have made like 2 sales ever, lifetime. You know what I mean? Instead of something like this, like a, you know, pretty mainstay niche like "I break for turtles," right? If we as print on demand sellers say, "Hey, this has been around for years, it will continue to be around, and I'm gonna at least sell in the number 1 demand, which is turtles," but then if I have the upload slots, sell in the, you know, smaller demand like ducks, tacos, squirrels, dogs, etc. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about is just quality versus quantity and the, I don't know, perception here that like if you have a lot of upload slots, somehow your quality goes down. Like, the name of the game, if your goal is to make money, whether you're in a low tier or a high tier, is to upload high quality products. Like, I don't think your tier has anything to do with that. Typically, if you hit a high tier, think about it, it's usually because you're uploading high quality stuff. So I know this is one of those things from the outside looking in may make sense, but not in my personal experience, right? Like, you don't get rewarded with sales and then tier ups because you posted low quality products, unless I missed something. But the whole quality versus quantity thing, no, the name of the game is high quality in high quantity. Think about it. That's how you literally get, like, if there's one thing that I associate with my journey as a print on demand seller in the past over 8 years where I've generated multi-million-dollar sales, it's that I just put in the work. Like I didn't do it with outlier success though. You know what I mean? I didn't have a number one bestseller. Like to this day, like I don't have a number one bestseller I have a number one bestseller by default, you know what I mean? By definition, but like I don't have like my, secretly behind the wall of my business, like 1 or 2 products that make me all this money. It's pretty flat. And that's what my goal was, right? I like being diversified in that way. So, if you ask me, like I'm proof that you can have high quantity and high quality and still be doing quite well for yourself. You know what I mean? And that includes products that may only make 1 sale a year. But I was able to do that again because I had the ability to go beyond just the high end in some of these niches and go for the lower demand stuff. You know what I mean? So what should you do next? Well, I think it's pretty clear. If your upload slots are maxed out on Amazon Merch, you can work backwards. You can use the Merch Flow Chrome extension. Makes it real easy to delete designs because you have to delete the design from all products that it's uploaded to on all marketplaces. So that means like 14 products on all the markets. You might need to delete like 80 products in order to clear 1 upload slot. So the Merch Flow Chrome extension should have had its own slide here. My bad for forgetting that. But beyond Amazon Merch, you should get serious about using Printful and Printify to open up an Amazon Seller Central Amazon print on demand account where you don't have upload caps. Okay. And you can, every product you push, it's not getting deleted. So like I'm still getting paid from products I published back in 2017. You get what I'm saying? And it's 2025 now, 8 years later. That should be your goal as well. Open up an Etsy shop, and hey, why not open up a Shopify store as well, right? Any sales channel where you can get your products in front of buyers is a good sales channel. And as long as you're using Printful and Printify, guess what? You have automated fulfillment of your order. What's not to love? I am here living proof that you don't need to be an outlier success, that you can make a full-time income from this, right? Just put quality products up there, do a little research. Research to me is like, hey, people are typing this into the search bar. You know what I mean? It can be as simple or as complicated as you want it to be, but start there. Make sure it's something people actually are looking to buy. It's a little piece of advice. Then go and deliver some high quality designs and be on the sales channels that people are actually looking at. I would say start with Amazon and Etsy, but if you want to drive your own traffic or run ads, etc., Shopify is also a great option. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button. Let the YouTube algorithm know. Let me know in the comments, did you get affected by the tier downs? Did you get tiered up? Hopefully this means more tier ups as well. I know they said they implied they're going to change how the tier ups work as well based on your trailing sales. So hopefully that's good for anybody that's been skipped over the tier ups recently. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon with another new video.